And please forgive me, I'm under the weather right now, so my voice sounds a little raspy and it's been going in and out a little bit. So I'm gonna keep this quick. But yesterday I made a trip to the store and I ran into a childhood friend of mine. And I always love seeing childhood friends, especially if they're doing well in life. But even if they're not, I try to always give them some encouraging words because you never know, that may be the only words of encouragement they hear all week. But this friend in particular, we go back to third grade. He was my guy in third grade. I remember he introduced me to Dragon Ball Z, just a real good guy. But I remember seeing him a few years ago, and he told me he was going through a pretty tough time because he had got accused of something and he was battling a case that he was innocent of, and that affected him getting some good paying jobs. And he had just not too long before graduated with his master's. But I remember him telling me that, and then seeing him yesterday, he told me that he was doing really well and he had his own business. And it really brought me joy to hear that. And he was telling me how the thing that pushed him to start his own business was him battling that case because nobody would hire him at that time. And we talked about a lot, and he has his own story, and I'm not going to get into that because that's his story to tell. Because I told him, once you're ready, you're gonna have one hell of a TED talk, bro. And that's what it is. I mean, he stayed consistent. He really took a leap of faith. He stayed consistent. He didn't lose motivation. I mean, maybe he did, but he found a way to gain it again. So I want to encourage you all to not give up. That was a very inspiring story to me on persevering through all of your struggles. So I want to encourage you all this week, regardless of how tough it is, you got to keep going. And if you don't have an opportunity over here, create an opportunity for yourself. But yeah, shout out to him. I won't say his name, but I will say great individual. I cannot be more happy to see him and see that he's doing well in life. And I want you all to remember this story and use it as an example when you're going through those tough times. Spare no effort.